Solve step of x whole square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Let's look at this interesting problem. Now first let's understand what is the meaning of step function, step of x or greatest integer function. Greatest integer function returns the integer value which is nearest to the x value. Suppose let us say x equals to 3.56. Now we have 3 as integer part and 0.56 as fraction part. The greatest integer function will return only the integer part. That means it will return the greatest integer less than the value of the x. Now suppose let us say x itself is an integer, then the greatest function or the step function will return x only. Suppose you want to find out step of 2.99, then it will return 2. It will not give you 3, it will give you 2. Now to solve this problem, let us say that our function is having integer part and also fractional part. So x is equals to I plus f. Then what is step of x? We know that step of x will return you only the integer part. So we can say that that is equal to I. Now the given function mod step of x whole square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0 will become now I square minus 3 into I plus f plus 2 equals to 0. Let us simplify this. We have I square minus 3i plus 2 equals to 3f. Now fractional part we know is always lies between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So 3 times of f will be lying between 0 and 3. And also we know on the left hand side I square minus 3i plus 2 can be written as I minus 1 into I minus 2. Since I is an integer part, I minus 1 and I minus 2 multiplied together to integer only. That means we know 3f value should be an integer. But we also know that 3f value should be between 0 and 3, which gives us that 3f can only have the values as 0, 1 or 2. Let's go through that again. Left hand side is integer, so right hand side also should be integer. That means 3f value should be an integer. But we know 3f lies between 0 and 3. That means the integer values which 3f can take are 0, 1 or 2. Which means we have 3 scenarios to handle: case 1, case 2, case 3. In case 1, 3f is 0. In case 2, 3f is 1. In case 3, 3f equals to 2. Let's go to the first case. We have I minus 1 into I minus 2 equals to 0, which is same like x square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. We simply know that I equals to 1 or I equals to 2. In this scenario, f is 0, so our x value will be I plus f. 1 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, and also 2 plus 0 is 2. Let's go to the second case where 3f equals to 1. When 3f equals to 1, we will have I minus 1 into I minus 2 equals to 1, or we have I square minus 3i plus 1 equals to 0. I square minus 3i plus 2 equals to 1. 1 will come to left hand side, so we can write down I square minus 3i plus 1 equals to 0. Now check this value of I by quadratic formula. You will not get an integer there, but we know I is an integer, so this is ruled out. We can't get any values from this. Let's go to next. 3f equals to 2. I square minus 3i plus 2, that is I minus 1 into I minus 2 equals to 2, which gives us I square minus 3i equals to 0, or I into I minus 3 equals to 0. That means either I equals to 0 or I equals to 3. Remember, in this scenario our f is 2 by 3. That means the value of x will be 0 plus 2 by 3 or 3 plus 2 by 3. So the total value of x, we got 4 values. They are 1, 2, 2 by 3, comma 3 2 by 3, which is also equals to 11 by 3. So if we solve step of x whole square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0, the solution, the value of x are 1, 2, 2 by 3 and 11 by 3. Let's have a recap of this problem. We have been given that we have to solve step of x square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Now what is a step function? The step of x will give you the greatest integer less than x. That means step of 3.56 is 3, step of minus 4.65 is minus 5, step of 2 is 2, step of minus 4 is minus 4. It gives you only the integer part, it won't give you the fractional part. So what we have done, we have taken our x that it is having both I and f together. Then we know that step of x will be nothing but I. Then we have I square minus 3 into I plus f plus 2 equals to 0, which can be written as I minus 1 into I minus 2 equals to 3f. Since we know I is an integer, I minus 1, I minus 2 also will be integers, and the product of two integers is always an integer. That means 3f should be integer, but we know fractional parts will be between 0 and 1. That means 3f will be between 0 and 3. Now the integers what you can have between 0 and 3 are 0, 1 and 2. That means I minus 1 into I minus 2 can be equal to 0, can be equal to 1 or can be equal to 2. We have solved it for 0, we got I equals to 1 or 2. That means x equals to 1 or 2 because f is 0 there. Then we did it for 3f equals to 1, I minus 1 into I minus 2 equals to 1. We realized that I is not an integer when we solve it, so we ruled it out. On the third case, we have 3f equals to 2. When we solve this, we got I equals to 0 or 3. That means in this scenario, the x value will be 0 plus 2 by 3 and 3 plus 2 by 3, because remember our x is I plus f and I is the integer part and f is the fractional part. So finally the solutions are 1, 2, 2 by 3 and 11 by 3. 1, 2, 2 by 3 and 11 by 3.